well, we would have to disagree then. I said, I can't disagree with a bigot. So I've approached Senator Buono, and I say Senator Buono, Barbara Buono, is a bigot.
I think that any legislature that is out to take away the rights of children should be called out on that and held accountable. And I think that we need to really pause and think carefully before we're going to go after a specific type of treatment, okay? You are invading the rights now of other people. Why is it, I would hope that gay and lesbian people out there who have for so many years suffered so much oppression, I would hope that they would realize that this is not going to be helpful to anyone. Why? Yes.
Do you have any studies or anything like that that can show a link between between uncovering a pedophile's activities and gay conversion therapy?
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
Well, if you're making the link that this will allow more people like Jerry Sandusky to abuse children, are there any studies that show that gay conversion therapy has helped uncover the activities of child molesters or anything like that, as long as you're making the link?
Well, I think, first of all, you have to realize that many, if not all, counselors hold the information between clients and counselors as confidential. So I don't think that type of study would probably be in the literature.
And we've been in the sexual anarchy for about the last 30 to 40 years, so we are still discovering what the results are to children and to our society. But there was a study done by Mark Regeneris in Texas, which was, of course, the homosexual activists went wild and crazy over it, talking about children who were reared in same-sex households, and his study proved to be valid. They did everything they could to make sure that it wasn't, but it proved to be valid. He used all the scientific principles, and his conclusions were accurate.
This testimony that you're alleging to be falsified, did you question the Ohio Secretary of State or the Ohio Attorney General? What information or what evidence can you provide?
Yes.
Yes, that has happened. We questioned it, and so did the state senator also. They questioned Senator Bucco. They could not validate or prove the testimony was accurate. You can't prove a negative,
right?
Because it never happened.
This report was published by RealNet Daily around March 20 or 21st. I'm the person that investigated the report, investigated this fraudulent testimony. I talked to Brielle Godani for over an hour, and I also followed up with the church in New Jersey that she said paid for the so-called conversion therapy torture camp. I also talked to the Assemblies of God pastor, who she said was involved, Assemblies of God Church, and as well as the Attorney General and Secretary of State office in Ohio, as well as several licensed therapists in Ohio who have been practicing for decades. And no one was able to corroborate that story. It was absolutely false.
What's interesting about the story is that it's almost section to section, scene to scene from the movie done by the drag queen RuPaul.
What's the name of that movie?
But I'm a cheerleader.
It's on Wikipedia. You can look it up.
If there are no other questions, we thank everybody for coming.
Any other questions?
Appreciate you for coming. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Okay, when do you want to